I'm sorry guys, but it's time. Actually, it's long past the amount of time that should have been allowed for this to go on. Seriously, this group ranks within like the most stubborn fads the internet has seen. I'm almost more inclined to sympathize with the people who believe in creepypastas, just because at least those can be consistent. But in 2018, you cannot just believe that the Earth is flat. No, with the technology we have now, the live feeds from the ISS, the amount of people who've been to space, it's kind of just done for. Now, if you're in a flat earther group, it's okay. I understand, maybe you're trying to be edgy, or it's nice to be in a cult. Really, I can excuse these reasons because it's probably fun to annoy and trigger the internet. However, there's just no actually believing that the Earth is flat. Why? Why would we lie about the Earth being round? Okay, so I actually have a few, to be fair, I researched, we've got a few reasons for this. Let's look at a few. First off, some flat earthers say it's a massive conspiracy theory to make humans feel less powerful because an infinite universe makes us feel small and weak. Final bite. If this was true, then why would we go ahead and try to ruin our own conspiracy theory by another conspiracy theory of landing on the moon? That just seems counterproductive. If we're doing all this work to make it look like the Earth's actually like round, then why are we going ahead, if we're trying to make people feel small and weak, why would we do things that were purposefully to try to make humanity look powerful? That doesn't make much sense to me, or probably anyone. But even then, we do so many things, our governments, to make humanity feel good and strong. Yet, flat earthers say all of those things are also faked, so why would we fake them? Next up, we have the theory, this is my personal favorite, and one of the most popular actually, that a massive, massive ice wall encapsulates the Earth around the disk. If the Earth was flat, and there's a paradise of natural resources and wealth that the elite want to hide from us. Extra points because complaining about the elite. So if that's true, let's begin with the fact that nobody has ever actually proven the existence of this wall. I feel like it would be pretty easy to like, especially now that we have drones and private jets. Heck, we have some pretty famous people that believe in the flat Earth, and none of them have actually like tried to take a boat, launch a camera above the atmosphere and show like this giant ice ring. It should be pretty darn easy if it's as big as they say, like surrounding the entire Earth. Technically, if you were to walk in any direction long enough, you would hit the ice wall. It would be pretty much impossible to miss. But nobody's shown that, obviously, and if there is this paradise that only the elite can enjoy, why aren't they there? Like, why is Donald Trump choosing to live with the rest of us chumps? Why doesn't he just fly over the ice wall and have his paradise? When have billionaires ever chosen to have the lamer life? Like, where are all of the fleeing famous people to paradise? Literally. Where are they? Who lives there? What is there? I want to know. Can I have some pictures, please? Thank you. But yeah, if the elite could have anything to themselves, they would. They wouldn't stay. There'd be no reason to. I mean, heck, we're talking literal paradise here. Like, they're saying billions of dollars in untapped wealth, and nobody has went there. Except for the elite, who we know haven't actually gone there, because we kind of keep track of them with paparazzi, so that would be a pretty hard one to pull off. Unless, let me propose my own conspiracy theory. Every single one of the elite is actually a clone of the original, and they're all chilling past the ice wall. That makes more sense. See? Solved it for you guys. It's actually quite hard to debate flat earthers, but for a plethora of reasons. First off, they will say that you were responsible for all evidence. They will not provide their own, but anything you have not discovered or proven yourself to them will just be considered lies or circular thinking. They believe that if you use any evidence found by someone else, they must be on the conspiracy too. So get out your telescope and microscope and learn some geology, get some samples yourself, and they won't try to refute it, they'll just say it's Photoshop, and then you're back to square one. Second off, they don't believe in history at all. Or some do, however some think that history only goes back about 300 years and everything past that is actually fake. So they would legitimately tell you that your great-great-great-grandfather is a lie. So don't try to argue history with them, or about people such as Isaac Newton or Galileo, who would make them look stupid even thousands of years ago. They also don't believe in the concept of math. This one actually caught me off guard, but when I was debating with a flat earther and was building a point about how all physics are interconnected through math, specifically I was arguing that if our physics were a lie, the systems we use to treat cancer and run computers along with other things would have no mathematical basis, they responded to this by then asking me to give them an example of a negative quantity, which I then began a discussion of negative charges in nature, like electrons, and then they said that that didn't count and I was banned from the discussion for believing in math, which they say does not model the universe, even though math is kind of how we model everything in the universe, but that's not really surprising considering this all happened after I was talking to someone rather civilly about whether or not mountains were actually massive old trees. So rather than do what everyone else has been doing and proving them wrong, I'm just gonna admit it, you can't argue with someone who will reject everything reality is based on, instead use their own insanity against them. According to them, they have no proof that they exist. Like, their physical selves. Use their logic to mess with them, it's fun. Now, I suspect because of some prior things I've learned, most flat earthers are actually trolls. I've been voice chats with some, and halfway through an explanation they will burst out laughing and be banned. However, I think that these trolls take a sort of pride in growing such a community, and honestly at this point, I think it's more of a social experiment. How many people can we get to believe this wacky conspiracy theory? How big can we grow our ranks to be? And I think the people at the top are really the ones laughing at this point. But who knows? Maybe the Earth is flat. Just let that sink in. Maybe everything is a lie. Thanks for watching.